Though I do think there's a bit of a continuity issue with the children, with the ages of some of the children. Because 1.0 took place 5 years before that, but during 1.0 you had flashbacks that took place 10 years before 1.0, so 15 years before that. And adolescents, they do have an extended childhood, but it's not 15 years long. Did anybody ever pointed that out, or am I the only one obsessed with such minor details? What? I'm terribly busy right now and would thank you not to bother me. I'm a carpenter of the prestigious oak atrium, and I have repairs too. Recruit's toolbox, a sturdy box filled with a set of pristine carpentry tools. Where did I put my... Oh, gods, I take it you're from the guild too, then. What's that? Idel sent you? With my tools? Yes. I was actually just about to go and... This is so embarrassing. My apologies, it's just... I've been so focused on the task at hand. You know, it's a miracle this amphitheater even survived the calamity. It was the Carpenters Guild that saved it, moving it piece by piece and rebuilding it. When I saw what they had done for Gridania, I knew what I wanted to be, but gods, when they told me my first task was to come here. Anyway, thank you for bringing me my tools. You're new to the Oak Atrium too, right? Well, let's both work hard for the good of the guild, eh? Oh, and may the elementals watch over you and keep you safe. Until 5 years ago, this amphitheater stood in the northern part of the city. Then the calamity struck and all but leveled the poor place. Thankfully, the Carpenters Guild collected up the pieces, carried them over here and rebuilt it just as it was before. I cannot go a single day without looking it over. So afraid am I that some chip or stain has marred its perfection. Greetings, traveler. Come to see Miketo's famed amphitheater, have you? I am Estain, caretaker of this fine centerpiece of Gridanian culture, and I fear I must needs trouble you for your assistance. You see, it is not only well-meaning women like yourself who are drawn to this place. The sylphs often visit in the dead of night, long after our citizens have gone to bed. We have no particular objection to their presence, and they seem grateful for the accommodation. So much so, in fact, that last night they left us as a token of their appreciation, in the form of vegetables, a lot of vegetables. That generosity is more than welcome, of course. But the sheer quantity of the things makes gathering them all something of a chore, and it's not as if I don't have enough to do already. In short, I'd be most grateful for any help you could give me. Miketo's amphitheater is open to citizens and outsiders alike. We only ask that you use the facility with care, out of respect of the kind-hearted souls who took such pains to rebuild it. Well done, friend. Miketo herself would sing your praise. She knew well the power of art, how it could strengthen the soul of a nation and preserve its history for future generations. This amphitheater was her greatest gift to Gridania, and it was her wish that all folk use it freely, not only for performances and festivals, but as a place to share memories and make new ones. I wonder if the sylphs come here to do just that. That said, I do wish they would find other ways to express their gratitude. We have no need of vegetables here, but mayhap the Carline Canopy can make use of them. Anyway, thanks be to the elementals for bringing you here today. You there, adventurer, could you deliver a message for me? My superior, Millicent, is stationed outside Atelier Van Il. She's doubtless busy, but I'm past due to be relieved. Long past due, truth be told. However, I can't simply abandon my post. Speak to her for me, would you? But choose your words wisely. She has a bit of a temper. It is a sad fact that many who disrespect the ways of Gridania have not the slightest inkling that they have done so. What's all this about? Dumicent says he needs a break. The nerve of that sniveling little shite, crying for relief at a time like this. Has he already forgotten how short-handed we are since that business with the exile the other day? And sending a bloody unknown venturer to do his bleating no less. That self-serving sod thinks only of his own woes, rubbing his sore soles while welcoming all manner of gill-grabbing venturers into our holy wood. An useless bloody fool. Makes me blood boil, it does. Ah, but it's not you I should be giving a piece of my mind to. You seem a decent enough sort, considering. Still, understand that it's our duty to keep an eye on every stranger that passes through these parts. Any road, I appreciate you lending an ear to my subordinate. Damn fool that he is. Go on then, and stay out of trouble. This here's the Leatherworkers Guild, renowned throughout Eorzea for producing the best leather goods that Gil can buy. If you're willing to wait 2 years, that is. They've more orders than they can fill, see. Which is why it's become necessary to maintain a whaler's presence here. Suffice to say, some customers ain't used to disappointment. Like that prickly fellow over yonder. Wonder when he'll give up and go home. Now I'm curious. Damn those stubborn leather workers. I spent a fortune on this marmot pelt, but they refused to use it in my order. God's sake, the blasted creature's already dead. Surely it'd be a greater crime not to make it into a pair of boots. I wonder if that business with the exile that she referred to was about what happens in the opening Gridania cutscene. When your carriage gets attacked by Ixal, just like we got attacked by Amalja. You there! You are an adventurer, yes? Good, I have a task for you. Take yourself to the Conjurer's Guild and speak with my student, Braya. She has her hands full preparing for the auguries and would likely welcome your assistance. In her excitement at becoming a conjurer, I fear my young disciple is pushing herself beyond the limits of her endurance. Enthusiasm is all well and good, but it would not do to have an initiate collapse from exhaustion. We conjurers are by no means all-powerful. It is only with the aid of others that we may begin to achieve our true potential. Yes? Yes, I am Braya, but I am also awfully... Oh, you say Lady Mylene herself asked you to assist me. In that case, I suppose you might lend a hand, especially as mine appear to be shaking, though only very slightly. Not that it's anything to worry about, mere nervous energy. I would be exceedingly grateful if you would take this Azima rose oil and refill the sensors. There are 2 that require attention. Please have a care not to disturb the conjurers amid their meditation. You must be as quiet and unobtrusive as possible. Azima rose oil, a fragrant oil pressed from freshly harvested Azima rose hips. My thanks. I must admit to being rather impressed by how faithfully you followed my instructions. I had always considered adventurers to be an uncouth and rowdy lot, but I see you are capable of courtesy as well. Lady Mylene has a fine eye for character. You should feel honored that she chose you for this task. Might you perchance be comfortable around Vilekin? If so, I have an urgent need of your assistance. You see, I was preparing for the forthcoming auguries when I found, to my great embarrassment, that we lack the requisite quantity of scarlet oil. If it's not too much to ask, I would be most grateful if you could resupply us in time for the ceremony. Scarlet oil can be harvested from ladybugs, such as those found near the bannock. 6 of the Falcon should yield the necessary amount. Pray return to me as soon as you have it. As an apprentice, I assist the conjurers in all manner of work, from the treatment of visitors to the observance of the auguries. There is no greater honor than to serve the people of Gridania. My PS4 has really been struggling the last few days with the heat. I hope it doesn't sound like somebody is vacuuming right next to my headset. I'll be getting a PS5 whenever I finish Shadow of War, because then I need it for the next game in my Lord of the Rings playlist. Until then, you're just gonna have to put up with the vacuuming sounds, unfortunately. And of course the Final Fantasy XIV client for the PS5 is also different. Hopefully it will be quieter. And maybe the load times will be quicker, no doubt. It's gonna be an overall better experience. Hopefully for you too. Might boost my views a bit. Ah, you are back. Have you procured the scarlet oil as I requested? Scarlet oil, a viscous yet odorless secretion taken from the underbelly of a common ladybug. Yes, everything appears to be in order. The ceremony may proceed as planned. I am grateful to the elementals for delivering you to us. Pray accept this small token of our appreciation. I wonder if we will ever get more elementals lore. I actually thought they were interesting, just badly handled. Like the limitations and abilities of their power seem to just vary with what the plot needed. Instead of they were like part of the world that operated in a consistent manner. In 1.0 lore, in fact, every item, everything had elementals. The elementals were just more powerful in the 12th route. And they completely dropped that aspect of them. In fact, there was a plot point where we found a paper in 1.0 which contained an elemental and we had to speak with it or find somebody who could speak with it. Covered in roses. Stop right there. Not another step. I apologize if I have startled you, but please be careful. The ground here is covered in rose hips, you see? My seed pouch had grown so threadbare that it finally split open. Unbeknownst to myself, I've been scattering Asima rose hips all along this road. Oh, good madam, if you would help me gather them, I'd be ever so grateful. Thank you. Your kindness is truly a blessing from the elementals. The rose hips should be lying on the road between here and the Great Loam Brewery. Remember to tread lightly, lest you crush them underfoot. We learn much by tending to the gardens, not only about plants, but ourselves as well. As we help the plants grow, so too do they help us. Very philosophical. But yeah, I doubt the writers will ever return to the elementals. I don't think they knew what they wanted to do with them when they came up with them. They probably just wanted a big forest and to make it a bit more interesting than all of the other MMOs where you start in a big forest, like Elwyn Forest. They just made some super powerful entities and made it interesting that way. Good madam, pray tell me you have recovered all the rose hips and abandoned not one to a traveler's boot. Asima rosehip, the bitter fruit of an Asima rose. Blessings be upon you. I feared this path would be lined with roses next year. Not that such a wondrous sight would be wholly objectionable, but Azima roses are ill-suited to this location. As a botanist, it is my responsibility to see Gridania's plants grow and thrive in the most ideal conditions. A place for every seed, and every seed in its place, you might say. 'Twas most gracious of you to aid me in my time of need. I pray the elementals extend to you the same kindness.